It's occurring repeatedly. The current situation with Bitcoin and the markets as a whole is quite intriguing. Big news is on the way in the next week. Allow me to brief you on what's on the horizon. Besides discussing something amusing, I'd like to lay out a strategy for making money with Bitcoin, namely, how to stack Bitcoin. It was a poor trade by Nancy Pelosi. We can discuss that. If you're cool with it, subscribe to this channel and enable the bell notification that's under the video to watch more videos like this one. We've arrived at the inn. I have my coffee. I was only perusing the marketplaces. Due to the very low volatility, this is likely the only video for the day. We need to address a few things, though, so let's do that. When considering cryptocurrency trading, below the video you'll find a link to Margex, a platform that allows you to trade with leverage. In a matter of seconds, you can be prepared. Additionally, a massive airdrop is underway. A portion of the 5 million hamster tokens are available to you. You can trade futures or spot on Coino, and there's a link to it underneath the video as well. They are also running a massive airdrop, which is happening in the next few days. So if you're interested in trading this market a bit, or would like some free tokens, you can find the link to Coin underneath the video. Give this a quick look. Bitcoin is once again hovering around $60,000. You can see that we have fallen out of this small triangle a few times already, but we have been trapped in this range for quite some time. We descend the page. Indeed, it is possible that we are still within a somewhat larger triangle. There seems to be a lot of support at this level, though it's impossible to say for sure. In the $60,000 to $600,000 variety. Since we're already up 6% to 7% from where we were a few days ago, I'm assuming many individuals are now placing long and short bets. Gaining 60% on a 10x is 6%. We can try again around 58% or even further if we fail. Consequently, this market is very active with plenty of people placing bets. I find it intriguing. Reduced activity naturally during the US holiday weekend. There are some major events coming up, so let's examine what's ahead. To start, the second quarter is over. Therefore, next week we will begin to receive money. There are a few large corporations here, including PepsiCo and Progressive. Such corporations had 12-figure annual revenue. The major banks will be here on Friday. JP Morgan, a bank with assets over $500 billion. This is Wells Fargo, Citigroup, Bank of New York Mellon. This is how we began to attract the attention of the major financial institutions. The following week, we see an influx of even more financial institutions. Large corporations are increasingly flocking to us. I think we should scroll down a bit. United Health, ASML, Johnson & Johnson, Netflix, Bank of America, and United Health. The tech earnings then began to pour in at a steady rate. Consequently, the following 2 weeks are going to be jam-packed with excitement. Important economic news will be released next week. First aid for unemployment. Presently, we have CPI, presenting PPI. Next Thursday and Friday are two of the most important economic events and two of the most important inflation indicators. So returning from vacation should make for an interesting week. Also keep in mind that the cycle of halving advancement never ends. We recently had the halving, but nobody remembers. We are approaching the subsequent halving. Even less Bitcoin will be available in the future. What usually occurs is visible. I mean, look at us falling 5% in that time frame. Once this halving time ended, we veered off course. After that, we also went in the opposite direction. As you may be aware, we possess the small leap. A slight jump occurred here. This is more of a fall than a jump. However, this is usually a dull time. However, following this time, we achieved record highs in 2012 and 2013. From here, we continued to rise until we reached new heights. On this site, we climbed, dipped, climbed, and finally reached new heights. For the next 3 months or so, we either accomplished nothing of note or proceeded in a circular pattern of boring ups and downs. Over here, we have no idea. It would be great if we can keep setting new records, though. Many people would be thrilled about that, in my opinion. Also, I have a few more things to say, but I really must mention Dabcat, our sponsor for the day. To be fair, I just did a complete video in which I discussed Dabcat. My financial friend Dabcat is easy to find online if you're interested in seeing that. It is the Dabcat ecosystem's official token. The pre-sale period is almost over, only around 16 days remain. We have already reached the soft cap. At this very moment, the pre-sale price is below 1 penny. Around 0.00000026 Ethereum is the value. 2.5 to 5 cents will be the starting price. This means that the initial gain is 2.5 to 5 times higher than expected. Get ready for a lot of volatility with presale tokens. July 19th is the token claim date. More centralized and decentralized exchanges are on the way, and the token launch on Uniswap v3 is scheduled for July 20th. On their website, you can peruse a selection of their dApps and useful tools. Under the video, you'll see the links I've provided. Without a doubt, I would give it a go. You can access the pre-sales on Bitbond. However, it is accessible via the website. Let's talk about ways to make sure you're making money using Bitcoin. Well, life is full of unknowns. Not even in a few years from now will we have any idea whether Bitcoin will still be around. Assuming everything is in order and the financial markets continue to function. As they have in the past, dollar cost averaging is usually a smart move. The general rule is that you should buy just before the halving and hold or cut down somewhat afterward. But as you can see, you would be ahead of the curve right now if you simply dollar cost average from the worst period, the very peak of the last bull market. You would have made over 100% if you had invested $100 monthly, which is around $3,200. However, you would initially experience periods of depression. At one point, you're down 40%, all right? 40%. But once you're back in the green, you're up 130% by the time this period ends. We are not engaging in cherry picking here. Honestly, I don't think you could have picked a worse date. It won't even let me go back to 2017. So let's do that. Too many benefits exist in that. Rewind to August of this year, 2019. In this case, you would be 260% ahead. So generally speaking, Bitcoin can be a lucrative investment if you dollar cost average over time and avoid getting ahead of yourself. The same may not always be true for other types of businesses, such as large technology corporations, in which there is no interference, correct? Over time, you may usually expect a healthy return if you invest. In them using a dollar cost average strategy. That is my point in stating that Tesla has been terrible as of late. It has gained 6% so far today. This follows a 26% increase this week. With a 40% increase this month, it is getting close to $250. So I am doing great. As for the humorous part, you know what? Nancy Pelosi, about whom everyone raves about her trading prowess. She comes to mind occasionally. To keep people from getting too angry, she includes a negative trade. Last Friday, she unloaded 2,500 shares of Tesla stock for less than $185. So its value back then was around $450,000, about $60 worth of stock went to her. A sum of $150,000 would be pleasant. It probably isn't a big deal for her, though. Additionally, she made some additional investments in this area. Here you can observe the acquisition of Nvidia by Broadcom for a sum of $1 to $5 million. She even sold a portion of her Visa, about 2,000 shares, were sold by her. All right, in the comments section below the video, please share your thoughts on this. You may obtain a cheap pass to Bitcoin Nashville by clicking the link that is located after the video. Enjoy a 10% discount on your pass. So be sure to look at that after the video. When you pay using Bitcoin, you'll save an extra 21%. Below the video, you'll also find links to Margex and Coino, two platforms where you may trade cryptocurrencies. I am deeply grateful. Please inform me of your thoughts on this matter. Please share your views on the market as a whole. There will be some dull moments, but we will get through them. Much obliged. Thank you for that. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.